When I was a child, my mom always told me, Angel, when you were born, all the angels came from heaven. Do you know why? Because you're special. On June 16, 2018, I launched my show, Have Faith, Let It Begin. I always wanted to change the world, share my personal testimony, share real-life stories and motivational topics to set out to go out and change the world. Join me each and every week, Monday through Friday, because this is a show all about faith. My name is Angel, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Today is March 13th, 2019. It's Wednesday, and we're live. Folks, I hope you had a great Monday and a great Tuesday, and today is hump day, right? It's Wednesday. I can't believe it. Just like that. In a matter of instance, it's like we're already on the half part of the week. Folks, I want to get started right off the bat with an amazing thank you. I got to say thank you to VTech. VTech is a corporation that does baby monitors. And our monitor, we had two cameras, and one of the cameras actually broke. We don't know why, because we very rarely use them. We only use like one camera at a time, if anything. And the one that we very rarely use just decided to just not work. So we reached out to VTech, and they were amazing with their customer service. It was nice to finally deal with good customer service, and they're sending us a replacement immediately, and we should have that by the end of the week. So VTech, thank you so much for your customer service. Thank you for understanding that, as a parent, we need this tool to work. And for all those moms and dads out there, VTech is an actual baby monitor, and I would suggest that you definitely purchase it because their customer service was outstanding. All right, I had to get that out of the way. Folks, you saw the title, Nightmares. Have to talk about nightmares. I periodically get nightmares. We can go down the road with how many things are considered nightmares. They can be scary. Nightmares are nightmares. They're always scary, but it all depends on what it is in that dream that can be considered a nightmare. I mean, I know friends that have night terrors. For myself, I don't know what it is, but my nightmares are usually the past. And my past, as you know from previous episodes when we did the relationships and being cheated on. For those of you that don't know about my past and haven't heard those episodes, pretty much every relationship I've been in, I've been cheated on. And for some reason, it's like once or twice a month, it comes back. And I relive the moment. And it's hard. It's very hard. And I'm being very honest with each and every one of you. That's another portion of why I go to therapy. There were a couple reasons why I went to therapy by my choice. As you all know, at the time, I didn't think I was going to have a child. So I went to therapy for that. I've been going to therapy because of the cheating. That was the number one thing that made me go to therapy. Is just I just could not let go of that in my mind and in my heart. And I'll be very honest with each and every one of you. It still hurts. It's still something that plays a huge factor in my mind and in my heart. And there are days where I just go into a small depression, and I feel as if I can't figure out why I was cheated on, and it hurts. It's something that I'm hoping that God and future therapy sessions will eventually reduce the pain. I don't know if it's going to take it away completely. I hope it is, and I have faith that it will, but that's the reason. So that was my nightmare. My nightmare is reliving it, and it's interesting because when I'm in the nightmare, I'm almost watching myself go through it, but I can't reach out to tell myself everything is going to get better. And some of the nightmares make it seem as if the outcomes are different, and I end up being alone. But this one last night was harder for me because it involved my daughter. And it made me feel as if I was going to be a single parent. I have nothing negative ever, just to point out, to say about my marriage. My marriage is exquisite. I've been with my wife for 12 years, and we've been married 4 years this June. So I'm not speaking about my current, life and my current situation. This is again my past, and but for the first time, it involved my daughter, and involved my wife, and it was hard. It was very hard. Hard to wake up. I woke up and I just wanted to hug my wife, and I don't know. It's been a tough 24 hours. I'll be honest with you. So it got me thinking. How many nightmares have you had? What type of nightmares do you get, if you get any, and how do you deal with them? I know for myself, when I get up and I wake up and I feel like, okay, I know I'm awake. I know that it's it was just a dream. It was just a nightmare. I pray to God and say, God, whatever negativity is in my mind, please take that away, because I know I'm better than that, and I know that whatever's trying to get inside of my mind, and to hurt my feelings or hurt me, will not prevail. I was able to get back to sleep eventually, and then eventually get made up some type of sleep. Ariel slept very well last night, but on a positive note, so that kind of helped. And so yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that topic and talk about nightmares and how you deal with them and how we can overcome them. I can tell you one thing that's that I feel is huge, and that is no matter what happens in your dreams, no matter what happens while you're sleeping, if you believe in God and you have faith, any and everything will happen for the good. I believe that for a fact. I believe that I do believe dreams do happen for a reason. It could be anything. It could be a wake-up call to say, hey, listen, you have to be a better person at home. Or maybe it's saying, hey, keep an eye on certain people that are in your life that are looking to do maybe harm to your marriage or to your relationship. It could be so many different things. Okay. So, as we are both aware, in life we will always encounter people that try to steal your joy. And, I deal with it. I deal with it at work. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of jealousy that happens at my job. I just try to tune it out. I've looked at things so much different in these past 8 days since I've been on vacation with my daughter on a little bit of maternity leave. And then, of course, being, having the sad news of the death of a 4-month-old baby, Madeline, and somebody from our church lost his wife. And, it put a lot of things in perspective for me. It made me realize that life is truly short. And no matter what we do in life, we just have to be grateful for the time that we have, be grateful for all the things that we have, and do anything and everything we can to make amends. And we're not really off topic. We're still talking about nightmares. But like I said, I think that things happen for a reason. I think that we all need to reassess our lives and realize what we're doing. And if we're doing something that we're not supposed to, that's when you should really take, some steps back and say to yourself, I can do all things through Christ. And my goal is that as I move forward, in the weeks ahead, and especially with the weather getting better, I'm going to make even more time for my family, even more time for my parents, which I already do. I can say that, on the air. It's not a fabrication. I put my family first. I put God first. But it's time. And maybe I needed to have a nightmare last night to share that topic with each and every one of you. That's another reason. It doesn't necessarily mean it's about me. It could be about the fact that I needed to have a nightmare to share that topic for somebody out there that's struggling right now. So I wish all of you a very healthy day and a very healthy evening and a healthy nap and sleep. I hope everybody enjoyed today's topic. It's definitely a little bit harder hitting, but it's something that we needed to discuss, and I wanted to get that off my chest. So again, if you haven't had a chance, go onto social media, go to Twitter, go to our like page on Facebook, and share with me, do you get nightmares? And if you do, what kind of nightmares do you get? And what do you do when you wake up? Like, how do you overcome that fear? Or how many times a month or a week do you get nightmares, if you do at all? Or hey, when's the last time you had a nightmare? And we'll talk about it. We're going to revisit this again for a follow-up topic. I think it's something that we should definitely talk about. And, all right, I'm looking for parking right now at work, and I can't find any. So I'm going to cut this right here and wish all of you a blessing, many blessings, and a great day. For Have Faith, Let It Begin, my name is Angel. God bless you, and have a great day. Have faith, let it begin. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.